one of the main reasons Christians specifically are so freaking fat is because they value being nice over being righteous and over being holy and over being obedient. And so as Christians, we struggle with this sin of passivity when it comes to our stumbling blocks. The same sin, by the way, that Adam struggled with in the garden when he's watching Eve talk to a freaking snake. And he's like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's fine. It should be good. The snake seems like a nice guy, right? We struggle with this Christian passivity because we value being nice potentially, or just trusting God's going to work it all out. And so we put ourselves in these positions where we're susceptible to temptation, and we can't fight that temptation successfully on our own because we're fleshly, and it's the enemy, which is it's a guy who's way smarter than you, okay? And we end up giving in, and we struggle with these things that lead to destruction. It's the same with food. It's like you literally go through seasons of life where you recognize that if you don't stop overeating, it will kill you. And you go through pain where you see how overeating caused destruction in your parents' life, or and you feel insecure taking off your shirt in front of your wife. You don't even have freedom in your own bedroom to feel like a man who can just be present with his wife and enjoy that beautiful intimacy. Like the food, the Twinkies you eat are literally robbing you of being able to just be present with your wife and enjoy that intimacy fully, because you're seeing the jiggle like happen as you guys are just trying to love each other. Like that's how deeply this stuff impacts you, and you're just like, yeah, it's not that big a deal if there's Oreos in the pantry. Like, I'll be fine. I can handle it. And then you can't handle it. This Christian passivity kills us. And the problem is that as Christians, number one, we don't hate sin enough. And there's probably some reality to the fact that you keep the food, the crappy food around because you're not ready to let go of it. You do go to food for comfort. And it's an idol for you. And you're like the rich young ruler because you're like, I can't let go of this thing that's brought me so much comfort and happiness and joy and peace. And it's so fun. No, I can't let go of it. So that's one aspect of it. But the other aspect of it is you're just blatantly ignoring how Jesus commands us to handle our stumbling blocks. Okay, because Jesus commands us to do this with much more aggression. I'm going to read to you exactly how he commands us to deal with our stumbling blocks. But I need you to know, before I get into this, this is not coming to you from a Christian man who's fit, who knows everything, or who's perfect with his own stumbling blocks. No, this is coming to you from somebody who has suffered greatly, because I've also struggled with the sin of passivity, of not hating my sin enough, of thinking it's just going to be fine if it kind of goes undealt with because it's not killing me right now. I did this in the first about year of my marriage with my lust. It was something that I had a ton of victory over, and it wasn't as bad as it was, but I unfortunately kind of treated it with that attitude of it's not that big a deal. And what happened? It was exposed. That passivity was exposed in the most stressful and dire of seasons, where I ended up relapsing with a lot of those behaviors, and it caused a lot of pain and destruction. Honestly, it really did. And I realized, like, no wonder this came about. I have not been treating this thing that I used to be a complete slave to. I've not been treating it with any aggression at all. I had not been going through any kind of process of mentorship in it for a very long time. I had not been going through any kind of process of learning about it for a long time. There were no systems in place to keep me accountable, and it caused a lot of destruction. I was passive with it. And again, we treat our temptations with food the same exact way. Somebody brings over, cinnamon buns for small group after church on Sunday, and we were just like, thank you so much. Oh, it's so nice that they have that. And then they leave, and you talk to your wife, and you're like, yeah, it's probably, oh my gosh, hopefully we're going to be able to handle ourselves around those. And it's like you leave it in the fridge for a few days, and you eat the entire thing, and then you're fat because of it, and it kills you because of it. It's like, no, like throw it away. It's like, no, I don't want to throw it away. This is really good. There's starving children in Africa. It's like, no, not because you threw away the cinnamon buns. There's not starving children in Africa. No. Like, have some more aggression as a Christian in your life towards the things that cause you to stumble, towards the things that kill you, towards the things that infiltrate your everything, okay, which food is one of them, because the body's fat is around your waistline 24/7, 365. And so you're either conscious of it in every room you walk into, and on every Zoom calls you see your face taking up the screen, or you're subconsciously affected by it. It's been so long that you've struggled with it that you're not even, you're like, yeah, this is just your normal. But it's really not. It's really holding you back from so much. Anyway, here's how Jesus commands us to deal with our stumbling blocks. He doesn't say, hey, you're a Christian now, so you can handle it. It's okay. Don't hurt any feelings. No, he commands us to handle it with much more aggression. Matthew 18, 8 through 9, he says this in regards to our stumbling blocks and how we're supposed to treat them. He says, if your hand or your foot causes you to stumble, your hand, putting the food into your mouth, causes you to stumble, cut it off or throw it away. No, sorry. Cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life maimed or crippled than to have 2 hands or 2 feet and be thrown into eternal fire. And if your eye causes you to stumble, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life with 1 eye than to have 2 eyes and be thrown into the fire of hell. It is better for you to have your kids a little bit upset that there's not Oreos in the pantry than to go through life constantly struggling with food and suffering because of it. It is better for you to just tell your wife no when she wants to eat some crap and have her be a little bit upset at you. It is better for you to go through life that way than to constantly be saying yes to her temptation and food pushing and suffer because of it. Or just get to a place where you're now justifying that it's okay to sabotage the body that God gave you. It is better for you to be a little bit hungry, okay, on the way home from work instead of stopping at McDonald's and binging on something that you shouldn't be eating anyway. I don't think Jesus is being figurative in this passage in any way, shape, or form. I think he is literally saying, if you have something that is causing you to sin repeatedly, it is quite literally better for you to disable yourself from being able to experience and exercise that sin than to go on sinning and burn in eternal fire. This is a command. This is an expletive, like, do this. This is how you live. We need to have a lot more aggression when it comes to dealing with our food temptations. We need to have an attitude of aggression. We need to live differently than Adam when we are faced with something that clearly causes destruction. We need to live differently than David when he's like, oh, you know what? It's not that big a deal. Like, Bathsheba, she's kind of hot. Like, it's okay. I can handle myself. No, he couldn't handle himself. And guess what? We freaking can't either in the face of the things that cause us to stumble. Like, we need to be aggressive with this stuff. And so I hope this serves as a warning and like a little bit of a correction of our attitude as Christians. Like, we need to be way less obsessed with being nice and just letting things be as they are. And we need to be way, way more aggressive with the things that cause us to stumble, including our temptations with food. That's it. Hope this blesses you.